We got rid of Shroudy, but he sank the boat. We needed to escape.
Are there any other boats in the castle?
Not that I know of. Time for some new ideas. That should do the trick. Maybe not as nice as a boat, but at least it floats.
Grab those oars, Mona. It's time for the maiden voyage of the SS Dirtnap.
Get out of the way! I know! I will squirt this in his eyes to temporarily blind him.
Go ahead, Mona. Make his day. Keep going, Mona. I think you got him on the ropes.
I can't seem to hit him. He moves way too fast now. Good. After he swallowed that ice, he thickened up. It was easy to spy him this time.
Are you sure we need to bring all this stuff?
Of course, you idiot! We must be fully prepared! I'm an expert on the Nosferatu! And one thing I know for sure is that the undead don't just sail up to you and present themselves.
Hello over there. Do you know a good place to land our pleasure cruiser?
I don't know! Try over there around that point!
Oh, okay. Thank you. Toodaloo.
Right, whatever. What was I saying?
The undead don't just sail up to you?
Right. They cherish their lairs immensely and never willingly give them up. One thing I know for sure, this brood of the Barons, this Mona, will be there waiting for us, getting ready to fiercely defend her crypt with every ounce of undead energy she possesses. She will never willingly leave that castle.
We made it, Froderick!
Who would have thought that crossing a simple lake would be such a pain in the ass?
off to Pelly.
Wait! What are you gonna do? Walk there?
I was thinking a train.
A train. Even if we could catch a train, there's the small problem of you only being able to travel at night.
That would have to be an
Come
extremely
to
fast train to
me.
make it to the next major city.
Child of the
Come
night.
to think of it, if a
Why
train
are you
left
not walking
Transylvania
towards
traveling
me?
north-
Aren't you listening? Do not make me count to 3.
Carry
1,
7 allow for a 2%
2,
drop in velocity and
three.
friction and expand.
Expanded
Wait,
drag
mister.
coefficient, adjust for
I'll
gravity.
come to you.
Then, of course,
Get higher
Yeah,
altitude.
finally.
Mona! Wake up! Mona!
Come, child, come inside where it is warm and safe. I have been waiting for you.
Oui, mistress.
Oh, I see. You want your fortune told. Good idea. And see if you can find out what's gonna happen on next week's episode of Bats of Our Lives.
Well, hello, my dearest Mona de Lafitte. Come in and sit down. We meet at last.
Sorry to bother you, madame. I don't know, but I had the weirdest feeling that came over me. It compelled me to seek you out for some mysterious reason.
Yes, you learn that I have that effect on people. But goodness gracious, I am being rude. I know all about you, but you don't know me at all. Forgive me. I am called the Great Madame Strigoi, knower of all things better left unknown.
Why have you summoned me here?
I know your plight, and I know how best to prepare you for your journey home.
Really? You know how to get me back to Pelly?
Okay, listen very carefully, for I'm only going to say this as many times as you ask me to. First, you need your coffin to sleep in. Do you have it here?
No. And what do you mean I need a coffin to sleep in? I thought Shroudy was being, just being weird. Making me sleep in there when I had a perfectly good bed up in my boudoir. Besides, no self-respecting opera star would sleep in a coffin. It's absurd.
Well, this opera star is going to have to. Now wake up, girl! You need a coffin to sleep in every night or you will die. You will die. Capiche?
Well, I suppose I do, but I'm not happy about it.
Being a vampire isn't about being happy. Listen, child, in life stuff just happens that we don't always like. We just have to get over it and move on as best we can. Besides, living the unlife of a vampire can be very rewarding and just as fulfilling as real life. Trust me, child, I know. You are strong, I have seen it. You'll be just fine, and I'll guide you all the way. Now, where is your coffin?
At the lakeshore where we left it.
Uh-oh, better go get it now. Constable Otto just passed here a few minutes ago on his nightly patrol. I think he said something about investigating a scream and looking out for 2 strangers reported skulking hereabouts. Hurry and go get it, and bring it back. ASAP!
Hello, sir? May I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, but only for a few minutes. I am Constable Otto Van Pelt, and I'm in middle of serious investigation. Some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
Can you tell me about those weird events happening lately?
Yes, I got report from cottages nearby of 2 men who have been skulking around shoreline and along the road. Then we heard reports from all over of horrible screams that echo throughout the valley. So, I was assigned to investigate, and about 100 yards down the shore I found, well, what appeared to be Baron Shroudy von Heaver's clothing. And it smelled awful. Noxious vapors were emanating from the clothes. It was quite a sight. And last night I discovered the coffin sitting on the shore with 2 oars in it. It is mighty strange. You'll have to pardon me, ma'am. I best be getting back to my investigation. I haven't much time before Luke Crane gets wind of it and muscles the case out from under me. He's always trying to be in the spotlight.
What are you doing with that boat?
Looking for clues. By the dirt residue I found in the coffin, it looks as though someone kept putting dirt in it, and then someone else kept dumping it out. Also, by impressions left behind, it looks like someone, a woman, judging by the shape of the imprint, slept here every night and had a bat for a companion.
How do you know that?
By the smell. Bats have a distinctive odor that is hard to wash out.
Tell me about it.
Yes, bats are popular pets in Draxylvania for some reason, though I personally think they're bad luck.
Why's that?
Because anyone who adopts one seems to come down with spontaneous anemia right away. Plus, bats are not loyal pets. As soon as their owners die of this anemia, they fly away and find another family. But in Draxylvania, you get used to these things.
What else can you deduce from looking at the coffin?
Well, the woman who slept here wore black and purple, judging from the fibers I found, and had black hair. And the coffin owner's name was written on a tag on the inside of the lid, a Mona de Lafitte. Sounds like a French name. I think popular in the south of France, near Calais. Where are you from, may I ask?
Calais? That's not in the south.
Shh, idiot.
Oh, right.
Where?
Belgium.
Where?
Belgium.
Well, which is it, Quebec or Belgium?
Belgium, Quebec. A small colony of Belgians, just east of Montreal.
And I didn't get your name.
Lona Fay Defeat.
Donna lay my feet.
No, I mean come again.
Fona May.
Whitney, Dark Lake. My name is Whitney Darklake of the, Belgium, Quebec Dark Lakes. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Well, if you see any tall French women about with a bat as pet, let me know so I can ask her a few questions, okay?
He's gotta be putting us on.
Shh. Yes, Constable. I certainly will. Can you tell me about the nearest towns?
Well, there is Vlad's Landing down the road behind you, and beyond that, near the border, is the quaint village of Gothard Falls. Up the river are the towns of Ravenhaven, Howling Oaks, Battsburg, and the new retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Yes, it's a hilly town located just down the road there, and serves as a hub of commerce for Lake Varg. The Draxylvania Tourist Board, a powerful entity in these parts, almost got Burgermeister to change the town name.
To what?
Super Happy Funville. The board thought it might increase tourism. I like the runner-up name myself.
Let me guess. Autotopia?
No, but I like that. No, the runner-up name was Don't Swim in the Water the Lake Monster Will Get You-ville. In the end, all parties agreed to leave as is. It was for the best.
Tell me about Garford Falls.
It's just the cutest little town, built on a bridge overlooking the falls. Quite spectacular. But the local baron appointed the most corrupt skirt chaser as Burgermeister, Wilhelm Vinton. Ugh. They say he has charisma and can make deals better than anyone. Villagers seem to like him, but no woman is free from his tentacles for long. I sure hope the recall campaign succeeds.
If he is a good leader, why do you hate him so much? Oh my! I think I asked the wrong thing. Are you okay?
No, he's fine. It was a long time ago. High school. And I had
Stop him.
That's okay.
this crush on any time at all. She had beautiful braids and long blonde hair. She smelled so good.
Oh, Lord. So we have to go now and,
And then he came along with his sweet-talking ways and mesmerizing stares.
Do something.
oh my! I feel faint. Yeah, that's it. I'm passing out. I'm going to be sick.
Not far from the truth.
Really? Do you need a doctor?
No. Suddenly I feel a lot better. Tell me about the retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Oh, that is a strange place. It used to be the castle of Maud the Impaler, but then the Ghoulish Society took it over, renovated it, and opened it up as a retirement community for Draxylvania nobility. They have golf course, geyser-heated pools, and everything. Thing is, they only like to golf at night, and the retirees really don't look that old. But I hear the place is very, very nice, and the healthcare is great. No one gets sick.
Can you tell me about the graveyard down the road?
The Draxylvania Graveyard and Picnic Grounds? Another bright idea by the tourist board. They thought by throwing in some tables, swings, and grills, tourists would flock there by the droves to eat corn on the cob while sitting on top of great-grandmother.
And they didn't?
Actually, they did, but only at night for some reason. Moonlight picnics are all the rage this year.
Have you seen two men rowing out on the lake?
I think I saw some men in a boat not too long ago fighting with the lake monster. I thought I saw them throw vials of water at it that caused the monster to sink. Then they rowed up to the Baron's castle. Must be guests. When the Baroness was alive, they had guests all the time. Never saw any of them leave, though. Oh well.
Who do you suppose those two men were?
Well, a woodsman who reported seeing them said they were acting funny, like they were up to something. And they had lots of strange sorts of equipment, each with a symbol of an eye in the middle of a pentagram. I think they might have been meteorologists or lawyers.
I'm out of questions for now.
Okay, back to my investigation.
I can't get my coffin with the constable there. I don't want those. They look all eaten up anyway.
Even the bear claw! Dang!
It's a box of donuts and a strange metal bottle with what smells like coffee.
Yep, everything a horizontally growing constable needs.
No thanks. I am closely watching my figure, along with every other guy in town. I went back to get it, but we were too late. Constable Otto was there.
I guess it's time that you had this. Vampires for Dummkopf. It has everything a budding vampire like you needs. Read it and learn it all. It tells everything you need to know about your new vampire powers, as well as your many vampire restrictions. It has rules, flowcharts, pie recipes, and good advice for vampires of all types.
Thank you, Madame Sturgoy.
Back to being a vampire. With some time and practice, you'll slowly gain new vampire powers, especially now that Shroudy is no longer your master. You don't have to read it cover to cover, but you may want to use it from time to time if you two encounter difficulties during your journey. As a member of the undead, you are required to return to your grave every night
My grave. But seriously, I know, off on a side, I'm really not dead.
No, Mona. It says right here, when bitten and drained by a vampire, then fed some of the vampire's own blood, the victim becomes technically and legally dead in most countries, except Nevada, where death can be annulled within 24 hours.
Grave dirt. Fine, I'll get right on it.
It is not your grave per se, but you have to sleep in a coffin filled with dirt from your grave every day. That is how it works. You did bring that grave dirt with you when you escaped the castle, right?
Not exactly. I, sort of dumped it out.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the castle and retrieve it.
Back to the castle?
Shush now! Something's coming in! Oh, great spirit of the ball, show me Sector 12!
Madame Sturgoy, who are they?
Vampire hunters, Monsieur Calvin and Belcou, his apprentice. Oh, why on earth did signs send them instead of Abraham? Ugh, God only knows. Oh, well, they are vampire hunters from a religious brotherhood. You can thank them for staking Baron Shroudy von Kiefer to death back by the lake. They want to stake you, too. They will not likely rest until your undead heart stops beating in your undead chest, after which time you will be 100% dead. Look, if you do not find more grave dirt before sunrise, you will not be able to return to your coffin, and I already explained how important that is. Try the Drexylvania Cemetery and Picnic Grounds for a start. It's just down the road past the lakeshore. You can't miss it.
What you're saying is that if we're ever going to make it to Paris, before we can leave, we must get Mona's coffin, then replenish our supply of Mona's grave dirt, and we're done?
Once you have the grave dirt and your coffin, you will need a wagon to carry it all and a horse to pull it. I think you can borrow the wagon from the cemetery caretaker, and I just so happen to have a line on a horse for sale in the local town of Ladd's Landing, just up the road from here. I grabbed this flyer while I was there. I don't have any extra money, so you'll have to work something out with the owners.
Borrow wagon from the caretaker, work something out with the owner of the horse, get coffin and grave dirt, check.
Luckily for you, I know some Turkish smugglers in Puerto Varda. They owe me a few favors from back in the old days. I got them to agree to take you on their ship, the Demeanor, a large tramp freighter bound for France. They are scheduled to leave the docks just before dawn. They will not wait for you, so you must find everything you need as quickly as possible.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Well, come to think of it, you should really get an insane daytime guardian before you travel long distances, just to be safe.
What?
Not another thing to get. This is too much. And why exactly does he have to be insane?
Yeah, at best it sounds a little unwise to travel with nutcases, especially over long distances.
Come on, think about it, you two. All vampires must find a mortal living human to guard over them during the day in case the righteous brothers or their brethren discover your coffin and decide to stake you in your pajamas. An insane guardian simply works the best. For one thing, they are more easily controlled. 2, they get less grossed out by the sight of blood and corpses. And 3, I forget 3. Just trust me. They are essential to have for any sun-fearing vampire. But forget it. Never mind, we are short on time. You can worry about the insane daytime guardian when you get to Paris.
Let's go already. We have a long night and a lot to do.
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, child. I will do whatever I can to help you along your perilous journey.
Section 1, Chapter 1, Domicile Defenses. No need. I'm already holding it. I'm interested in hearing it all. Mind reading the whole thing?
Vampires can't do a lot of things, which is ironic since they can do so many wonderful things like sucking blood, sleeping all day, and turning into a bat, just to name a few. Vampires have certain restrictions. One of those is the sanctity of the domicile. The undead simply can't go into a private home unless they are invited in. Some vampires are charming enough to get invited in, while others must hypnotize a weak-willed victim into letting them in. We'll discuss hypnotism in Section 2. That's for more experienced vampires. Public places do not seem to be a problem. Neither are graveyards. But places of worship are strictly forbidden unless made unholy by black candles and cloth. See Chapter 2. These things won't kill you, but they will stop you. Also, many homes are often protected by garlic, holy symbols such as a crucifix, holy water, red and white roses, and hawthorn branches. But once you are invited in, you can return as many times as you like. And once you have mastered hypnotism, you will be able to get a weak-willed person to remove these obstacles for you.
I would never enter a home without being invited first anyway.
I would, especially if no one was home and the place was perfect for a bat party.
Would you mind reading it all for me?
Back in black and never go back. The color black and the powers of darkness. Black is the color of evil and high fashion. But the color black also conveys the wearer with certain powers. These include the ability to cancel out holy items, such as the sign of the cross, sunlight, bad breath, and holy water. So wear black, especially black capes whenever possible. It helps shield your sensitive skin from all things holy and pure, even better than SPF 1000. You can also use black candles and black cloth to make holy places unholy and give your lairs an extra air of doom. Black. Once you have it, never go back.
My eyes hurt. Will you read that fully for me?
My mouth hurts. Oh, fine. It says Biting and Sucking 101. Yeah, funny title, and I've heard all the jokes. But without biting and sucking, you'll shrivel up and die in about a week. And that is no joke, my friends. But long before that, you'll turn into a raving, bloodthirsty maniac who will grab and drain anything in sight. It is important to feed on a regular basis so that this bloodlust never gets out of control. To bite and suck is very simple. First, find the victim. Make sure the victim is alone and near a dark area where no one can see. Pull the victim's head back and sink your fangs into the jugular vein. Suck and enjoy. Sucking a gushing jugular vein is one of the best and most simple pleasures a vampire can experience. Take your time and enjoy your undead desire for blood. Your dark gift makes this the ultimate in undead experiences. If you want to make a vampire brood out of your victim, drain them close to death. Make them drink your blood for a few minutes and let the dark gift take its course. In a few days, they will dig themselves up and come to you. More on that in Chapter 3. If you don't want to kill your victim, then drain them halfway. Most will pass out and not remember the experience, thinking it was a dream. A few will know exactly what is going on, but won't be able to stop you. Just ignore them, unless their name is Van Helsing. Then be sure to drain him all the way. That guy is a jerk. So good luck and enjoy your new power to bite and suck. Have you been in Draxylvania for more than one day?
Regrettably, yes.
Have you craved blood even once?
I like my steak rare. I'm French.
Are you a child of the night?
An opera starlet is never seen by day.
Do you wear a ribbon around your neck to hide two fang-shaped wounds?
It's the latest fashion in Paris.
You passed the test! Mona, you are definitely a vampire.
I passed! I did it! Oh, wait! I am not a vampire! Tess so stupid, just like you! That won't accomplish anything, I'm afraid. Sorry. It appears to be a rubber chicken with a pulley.
It's actually real.
It's a real rubber chicken?
No, it's a real chicken.
A real chicken? Made of rubber?
No, it's a real chicken. No rubber.
What is it for?
To eat.
You eat rubber chickens?
No, it's... Child, speak no more to me for at least 10 seconds. Can you do that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Jack Frost?
I don't think so. I think he looks different.
No, that's definitely him. You obviously don't know Jack. Frost.
What a frightening symbol. It must be used by satanic cults.
Or geeky game companies.
It's an incense burner. From the smell of the wagon, Madame Strigoi has been using it a lot.
Trust me when I tell you it's better than the alternative. I had Constable Otto in here earlier, and the cabbage she had for dinner was playing havoc with his system.
I have a feeling this might come in handy. Madame Strigoi, may I have this bottle of ink over here?
Yes, child, knock yourself out.
Too hot! Okay, it wouldn't hurt me, but really, what am I gonna do with that? So I'll just leave it alone. It looks like a pentagram. The sign of evil magic, sorcery, demonology, and heavy metal.
Jun 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 jun.
Hello up there!
Beat it, would you? You are really annoying.
Brother, she hasn't even begun to get annoying.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Quiet, both of you! Before I chop you into kindling and feed you to Inky.
Go.
Yes, well, now that the constable is, resting quietly, I'll take my coffin back to Madame Strigoi's camp.